guys, so I've had a lot of questions recently about my training, so today I thought I would address those questions because I may as well. You guys want to know, so I thought I'd share them with you. So first of all, I guess a lot of you are interested in knowing what my training split is like. Do I do strength training? How do I do my strength training? What do I do for my contortion training? What do I do for my handstand training? These are all questions I get. How many days a week do I train? Hopefully I'll be able to think of other ones as they come along, because I do get these on a daily basis now. The first thing I will address is I do train pretty much, I would say, minimum 6 days a week. Normally I train every day. If I'm extremely tired, then I will listen to my body and I won't train. But normally, and I think I'll put this down probably to when I was a child, I used to train like four hours a day. So now my sessions are between about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on, a weight session is normally about 40 minutes to an hour. Handstands will probably be like 20, maybe 30 minutes, so they're not that long. Then cardio, max like 30 minutes if I do it. So yeah, I train minimum 6 days a week, normally pretty much every single day. I just literally love training. If I could, I would be a full-time athlete. Like honestly, that would be my dream. I just love it so much. I'd probably not do anything else other than train, just because I just love it. So yeah, I train 6 minimum, normally every day. My sessions at the moment, obviously because I've told you guys I'm going to compete next year, my main priority is my weight sessions, and that's probably been for the last couple of years, since I started doing weights, since I became a personal trainer. And my split at the moment is I will do normally 1 or 2 leg sessions a week, and then I will do shoulders and triceps, back and biceps. And on my program I don't have a chest session, but I often just do additional sessions because I love training weights and I can. And to be honest, I just don't feel tired, and I do think it's because I used to train for 4 hours a day, and now I only train maximum probably an accumulative time of 2 hours in a day. That would probably be the max. So I actually think, I mean, this is kind of going a little bit off topic, but I do have insomnia. And I think one of the reasons is because my body is never physically exhausted. Very rarely is it physically exhausted. And I remember when I was back at Pure Gym, when I used to PT and instruct classes there, the only time I ever slept well was when I took a double spin class. I trained weights as well, probably some handstands as well. And when I did a spin class, if anyone had been to my spin classes, they know they're pretty brutal. And I would push myself to the absolute max, almost at the point of, you know, I really couldn't physically do any more. And now I just don't seem to get as often into that state. So that's what I blame my insomnia on. Anyway, that's besides the point. That's kind of going off topic. But yeah, so I do the 3 weight sessions. They're structured: legs twice a week, back and biceps twice a week, shoulders and triceps twice a week. And then normally additional as well, I do bench press because I just like being able to lift really heavy on bench, and I just love training chest. And then cardio. At the moment I don't need to be doing cardio in terms of, you know, I'm not competing at the moment, so it's not priority. And even if you are competing, it really depends. It's good, you know, it's good if you want to lose a couple of, or if you want to be in a bit more of a calorie deficit, so you could burn off a couple of 100 calories doing cardio. But really it's not that much compared to what you're eating. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. Obviously when it gets towards the end of prep and you're cutting your calories lower, then you probably want to up your cardio a little bit more, because you're getting to that really lean stage, and that will help. Every little helps. But the main reason I do cardio is for heart health and for just feeling physically fit. I would recommend doing it all year round. I think it's a bit stupid when people just say, oh no, I'm only going to do cardio now I'm on prep. It doesn't matter who you are. I just think, yeah, everyone should be doing some sort of cardio, and trying, I think the recommended weekly amount is like 3 times of 30-minute sessions a week. So there we go. And then handstands, I would say maybe about 5 days a week, maybe 6, maybe 7. It just varies. Like handstands I can kind of maintain pretty easily just because I've done them such a long time. I guess I've got very good core control. I've spent years and years doing core. So if anyone is currently training handstands, they're not doing core, then you're going wrong. And my contortion training is normally combined with my handstand training. So maybe I'll do like a kind of standalone contortion session. But again, that would probably be like 20-30 minute session, and I wouldn't recommend this to anyone else because I am extremely flexible. Like if I really wanted to progress that, I could probably do more. But for maintenance, I just kind of do it with my handstand session, like 20-30 minutes with the handstands and the flexibility together. So that's a little bit of an overview. Please do drop questions because I don't know, maybe I haven't covered it very well. I train a lot and I wouldn't by any means recommend to anyone else to train as much as I do. It's very much an individual basis, and obviously a lot of people don't have the time to. I get up extremely early, I have very long days and I get very restless, so I find if I take short periods to work out or to do some kind of training, then I feel a lot better mentally to crack on with my next whatever I've got to do. And I think, yeah, it's just like a habit that I've got into, so I don't even think about it now. I just I look forward every single time to when I'm going to train. It's very rare that I don't look forward to doing a training session, which I know is quite unusual for most people because a lot of people, it takes a lot for them to go and do a training session or want to do a training session. But again, I've always loved training. I've always trained from a child. You know, when I was very young I did athletics, then I did squash to county level, then I competed for Great Britain gymnastics, and yeah, after that I did weights. So it's literally, there's never really been a period of time I haven't done training, and I don't know what it would be like to not have that in my life. Yeah, it would be very strange. I think actually during lockdown was the longest time I didn't really train properly. I did do a lot of walking. I was probably covering about 15k minimum a day walking, kilometers a day. But I didn't really do any weights training. I did some handstand training, but not like tons and tons. Obviously I did filming for you guys. I did a follow along series, but that's very easy, I guess, for me. And yeah, I think also I don't usually train with other people. It's very rare I train with people because what I do tend to find is in my session I would push myself really hard, and even though I don't really think to myself, oh, this is a hard session, but if someone was doing the session with me, they'd probably be like, oh my god, that was a really, really difficult session. I've actually been training with someone for the odd session like recently, and yeah, I think they agreed that they train really hard. It's rare to find someone who trains really, really kind of to that next level. And when you've been used to being, I guess, to some degree a professional athlete, you do want to find people who are similar level, who are going to push you, so you're constantly growing and evolving. If you are training with other people, and a lot of people in the gym don't do that. I'm not saying everyone doesn't, but I know quite a few people don't. So I see training, although I always have fun with it and I love it whenever I'm training, it is a big part of my life, so I do want to grow, I do want to evolve and progress with things. So I'm not there just to have an airy-fairy time. I want to actually focus on, you know, a good session. So I don't really normally train with people. But I think, yeah, I'm going to stop the rambling now, and I hope that was useful to you guys. If you've got more questions, please do drop them below and I will answer them. And please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed it, like this video if you enjoyed it, and I will see you for my next video.